Make 6.3 notes. Sweet. Sweet-o. Okay. So, we're going to spend this lesson talking about complex fractions. Okay. Okay. Complex fraction. Apparently, this isn't a valid cultural reference anymore, but there used to be this movie called Inception. Okay. So, complex fractions are like fractionception. Okay. They're fractions inside fractions, and mathematicians don't like them. Okay. Oh, here's the 6.2 notes. Just found. So this is fractionception, okay? Fractionception. Actually, it's kind of distracting. You put it down. Okay. Fractionception, okay? So look at this, right? It's a fraction, but the numerator and denominator are both what? Both fractions. They're both fractions, okay? So complex fraction like fractionception. So we need to simplify them. We need to simplify these, okay? There's, what's that? 1 equal 1. Close enough. Yeah. So the first step in simplifying these is you combine the fractions in the numerator into 1. Second step is you combine the fractions in the denominator into 1. The third step is you multiply the top fraction by the reciprocal of the bottom fraction, and solve. Okay. What's that? You want me to get darker? The screen? I can try to make it brighter. Yeah, what's up? What? Yeah. Oh no, go to my YouTube channel directly.
Oh, alright, I got it. Wait, you're trying to do 16. What? You're trying to pull up the 16 notes and it like didn't want to. No, the 16.
Oh, where's the TV remote? Dang it, they always move it up here. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to combine these three. We're going to take these 3 steps and apply it to this first one right here, okay? So my first step is what? What does it say up there? Yeah, combine them. What? Yeah, oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, actually. Oh, gosh. Picture mode, aspect ratio, sound, sleep timer. Would it be in picture mode? Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but I'll get back to you on that. Do you want to move up here? Or? Okay, sorry about that. All right, I don't want to take too much time. So first step is combine the fractions in the numerator into 1. So we need to make sure there's only one fraction in the top in the pink, okay? Anyone notice it's already done for us? Yeah, it's already done for us. Cool, okay? Good, I should say simplify here. Sorry, simplify. In the bottom, right, step 2, make sure there's only one fraction in the bottom. Did we do that? Yes, we did, okay? So the third step is what? Multiply the top fraction, that's x over x plus 4, by the reciprocal of the bottom fraction. What's the reciprocal? You just swap the top and bottom. Okay? Good. Okay, so then we're going to simplify. So we're going to multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. Okay, now we simplify this. How do I do that? Cross out, right? I have to write down what, though, before I cross out? Excluded values. Excluded values. There you go. That's it. That's my answer. steps. First step, combine the fractions in the numerator into one. So I've got to take these two fractions that I'm going to highlight in pink that are in the numerator, and I've got to combine them into one fraction, okay? So I'm going to write this as 9 over a. Instead of writing that as plus 9, what's a good idea when I'm, yeah, 9 over 1, yeah. There you go. So I need to make sure they have the same denominator now, right? So what do I need to do? What's missing from this denominator on the right that we have over here? A, yeah. So when we do that, we have 9 plus 9a over, oh, I just skipped a step. I'll just yeah, over a, okay? I just realized the 9s and the a's look a lot alike, so I'm going to make it an uppercase a. That's really confusing. Is that easier to see? Yeah. I was like, dang, I can't tell the difference. I just made it uppercase a. Okay, I do the same thing with the bottom now. I do the same thing with the bottom, okay? So I'll highlight the bottom in orange, okay? So it's 9 over a minus 9 equals what? Oh, sorry, let me make that uppercase a. So I'll do 9 over 1. How do I make the denominators equal? So I multiply. They have to have the same denominator. What I do is I look at this one. What is it missing that this one has? A. So I multiply the top and bottom by A. Okay. So then we have 9 minus 9a all over A. Okay. So there's my top. There's my bottom. Third step is what? We multiply the top fraction by the reciprocal of the bottom fraction. So we multiply that top fraction. 9 plus 9a all over a times the reciprocal of the bottom of the bottom. Okay, this is multiply across, but don't distribute because that makes life hard. All right, then that. It also says what in pink? We have to simplify our answers. So how do we simplify? There's three things. Factor, write down your excluded values, cancel, okay? So let's factor the top. What does that factor to? Okay, we can pull out a 9. What about the bottom? What can we do on the bottom? Pull 9, yeah, pull up that 9. Okay, let's write down our excluded values. So that's what? A equals 1. This one is A equals 0. These are excluded. Okay, then we can cancel out. So our final answer is 1 plus A over 1 minus A. With these excluded. Final answer. All right, can I go on to C?
No. You already know all of you.
Okay, I'm going to move on. All right, so my first step is what? All right, Andrew, please watch your video. Okay, first step is I highlight the top, right? I need to make sure those get combined into one fraction. Surprise, they already are, okay? So there's the top. Now I'm going to highlight the bottom in orange. Orange, you happy? So I got to combine those two. I got to subtract them. I need a common denominator, okay? So what's missing from my left denominator that I have on my right? X. I'm going to multiply the top and bottom here by x. Simple enough. What's missing in my right denominator that I have over here? Y. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by y. Simple enough. Okay? So the bottom becomes 4x minus 5y all over xy. Okay? That's my bottom. Okay? Third step. Look at that third step. Multiply the top fraction by the reciprocal of the bottom fraction and simplify. Okay? So I'm going to do that. Okay? Top fraction. That's 16. X squared minus 25y squared all over xy, okay, times the reciprocal of the bottom. So I'm just going to flip the bottom one upside down. Okay, multiply across. We have that, okay? We need to make sure our answers are always what? Simplified. Simplified. Okay, so make sure the answer is simplified, okay? How do I do that? Factor, excluded values, cancel. Okay, so we'll factor. So what does the top factor to? The difference of squares. If you don't know how to factor that, you're in hot water. All right, now we do what? What's the second step in simplifying? So set the bottom, right? Set the bottom equal to 0 and solve. So we're going to take each individual factor, set it equal to 0 and solve. So xy equals 0, that's solved by x equals 0 and y equals 0. This one, 4x minus 5y equals 0. Let's solve that for x, okay? So we got to get x by itself. These get excluded. Okay, now once we've got the excluded values, we can do what? We can satisfy, yeah, we can soothe, yeah.
Why do you just solve for x there? Why don't you want to solve for y too?
There's two, it's one equation with two variables.
Oh, because it could go the...
Yeah, so I'm just solving for x. It's one
can do-
equation with two variables,
you can do
and it's like
both.
impossible, yeah, to solve for both of them at once. Okay, so then the last step, right, I make everything look neat, I cross out, I cancel everything that cancels. So then I just have 4x plus 5y with these guys excluded. Those are the ones that get excluded. You make sure they can hear me in the video. Oh, sorry, what name?
Can you zoom out a little bit?
We'll zoom out.
Yeah.
Yeah, big picture. Except Tina probably needs me to zoom in. No? Okay. You're good? Alright.
So right where that is, how would you do it
4x plus 5y. So this can factor. And that factors into this product. 4x minus 5y, yeah, it's a difference of squares. It's a DOS. It's a DOS. Okay, we good? Can I move on to D? Move on to D. So we got the top there, right? First step, make sure the top gets combined into one fraction, okay? So 2 over x plus 9 over x squared, okay? They need to have the same denominator. What's the x? What's this one missing that this one has? X squared, right? So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by x to give me that. And then we can add across the top. Boom. Step 1 is done. Okay. What can we do here on the bottom? I'm not going to do that. So I need to make sure, what's this missing that this one has? Same thing. So I need to multiply the top and bottom by x. Okay. that becomes 4 minus 81x all over x squared. That's the bottom. Okay. Third step is what? Multiply the top, so 2x plus 9 over x squared by the reciprocal of the bottom. Okay, so that gives me that. Okay. Now let's simplify our answer. Can I factor anything here? So there's no, this is not a difference of squares because the x is just regular x. So we can't do that. There's no GCF, so we can't factor. Can't factor, okay? So we write down what? The excluded values. So set this factor equal to 0. Solve for x. Okay. Set the other factor equal to 0. X squared equals 0. What solves that? 0. Yeah, so we just take the square root of both sides. Okay, and then our final step is we can just cross stuff off. So the final answer is 2x plus 9 all over 4 minus 81x. It would be. Thank you. Hey, good job. Good job. Thank you, Tina. Gosh. Getting old. Sorry, it's 4 over 81. Sorry. Good catch. You gotta divide by 81 on both sides. That's what happens when you don't slow down sometimes. Right? Usually in general, a lot of people make mistakes when they're doing something really fast. Okay, so if you're driving really fast, you're gonna make a mistake. Alright, I remember when I was a junior in high school, I'll tell you later. Alright, let's highlight the top. So when I was a junior in high school, I got a ticket, a speeding ticket, because I was going 85 on 465.
You guys, you get a ticket for
You
going
only
85.
you only go 85?
That's it?
You got a ticket for going 85.
Well, he clocked me at 71, because 85 is 30 over, which merits a reckless driving arrest. So I was actually pretty happy he clocked me at 71, and I got the ticket. So don't drive fast, okay? You can get really hurt. Really badly hurt. Seriously.
Wait, so did you?
Yeah, I got ticket. But I could have died, right? Like, I could have died. I could have crashed. You have no control. When you're going 85, you have no control over your car.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. All right.
You do. I mean, you
All right.
change lanes and stuff.
That's a terrible idea. Okay, I digress. So we need to get these two, right? We need to combine the top. How do we get them to have the same denominator? So this one's easier, right? This one's a little easier to get them to be the same. They're just backwards, right? So how can I flip this one around? What do I do? Yeah, flip it around and add a negative in the front. Or I say, like, multiply by a negative in the front. Okay, now they have the same denominator, so we can just add right across the top. Yay! Okay, so that's the top. Let's get the bottom out of the way. So let's highlight the bottom. All right. So what's this denominator missing that this one has? Not just minus 5, the whole factor. It's missing x minus 5. Then what's this guy? What's this guy on the right missing that this denominator has? x. So then we add them together to combine them, and then it's going to be a lot easier if I simplify this numerator. So I want to distribute, combine like terms, and then refactor. So let's distribute. Let's distribute the top, okay? And then combine our like terms. Okay, it's just going to be a lot easier. My third step is going to be a lot easier if I do this. And this is not a factor review, so I'm just going to whip through some of the factoring. All right, so that's the bottom. Okay, what's my third step? Our third step? Multiply the top by the reciprocal of the bottom. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to multiply right across the top. Multiply right across the bottom. Okay. Okay, what do I do to simplify? I'm already factored, so I just do what? What's that? No, you always keep forgetting. Exclude it. Thank you. There we go. Dan knows what's up. So, what are my excluded values here?
5.
Yep, and then I do what here? Now I can cancel. Hashtag cancel. There we go. What? Hey, I landed, Danny. All right, cool. That's my answer. That's it. It's all nice and simplified. It's all excluded. Fine mistake. I should do like extra credit for finding mistakes, and then people will be like super like locked in. That's like not a bad idea. That's actually let me talk to my compatriots about that. Let me talk to the veteran teachers. Okay. Are you guys okay if I move on or no? Should we move on? Okay. First step is what? Okay, guys. So like this is kind of a lot, and it's a lot of steps, but it's literally the same 3 steps each time. Okay. You got to combine the top two into one fraction. So let's combine these into one fraction. Okay, so what's the left denominator missing that we have on the right? Yeah, so we're going to multiply the top and bottom by that x plus 7. My right is missing x plus 5, okay, hopefully. Okay, let's add them together then. We add across the top, just like with regular fractions. Okay. What's going to help me? What's going to help my life be easier if I do it on the top? Distribute, combine, refactor, okay? So let's distribute. So I distributed. Now I'm going to combine. Okay. Now I'm going to factor the top. It's a lot easier to work with these when everything's factored. Oh, what is that, 6? There you go. That's my top. Yeah, not too much work, right? Yeah. Can I do the bottom now? Let's do the bottom, right? Actually, the bottom is already. See how the bottom's already one fraction. So step 2 is already done for us. Thank you, Pearson. Okay. There's the bottom. So then our third step is what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Multiply.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm doing this in the wrong order.
Multiply by the reciprocal.
Multiply the top, so the top's right here,
By the reciprocal.
by the reciprocal of the bottom. So the top. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom. Okay, so just multiply straight across. You get 6. There you go. That's our answer, but it's not what? It's not simplified. How do we simplify? We simplify by doing what? Factor. Excluded values. Cancel out, okay? So let's factor. There's only one thing I can factor here. What's that? This guy. So I'm going to factor that guy. I'm going to factor my guy. What does that factor to?
X plus 7.
Thank goodness. Good job. Awesome. Hey, Izzy. Oh, I'm using your desk.
It's okay.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's all good. Really fun and so
I'm in the zone.
yeah, it's okay.
I'm in the zone. Oh no, can't. Need to make sure I get a good shot though. Okay, good. Still a good shot. Okay. All right. So what are my excluded values then? Okay, that's 1. Another one is x equals -5. A third one is x equals -7. So we got to exclude these. Exclude them. Okay? This is the one time it's okay to exclude stuff. Okay? And then my last step in simplifying is I can finally just cancel out. I just left with 6. Okay, so the answer is 6, right?
Yep.
This is actually a really good example of why you have to write down the excluded values, because if you were to graph the line y equals 6, you think you would just get a line, right? But the way this works, because it's coming from a fraction, this would be a line with 3 holes in it. -7, -5, and -11 halves. You'll see that more later on.
Wait, 6. So just 6.
6 and then those excluded values. Yeah, it's just, that's crazy.
That's so crazy.
When is it breaks over this?
For you guys, it's Tuesday.
So what about those?
Wait, so like
Let's have everything made up by Monday for you guys.
Okay.
Hope it's not.
Like those and all.
All right, let's do this last one real quick. Last one. Actually, we have 2 more, but then we'll save those for next time. So what do we do first? Okay, the top is already combined, so that's my top. Hey guys, please stop talking. Thank you. What about the bottom? Got to combine the bottom. This is actually a really good problem to show you guys. I said what, you do what. Before you subtract, you always do what? Factor everything, okay? It's going to make your life a whole lot easier, okay? What's my left denominator missing that my right denominator has? X plus 5. going to subtract across. It's x plus 5 minus 2 all over x minus 5 times x plus 5. Okay, that simplifies to x plus 3. So there's my bottom. My last step is what? I multiply the top, so 4 over x plus 5 times the reciprocal of the bottom. So that's x plus 5 times x minus 5 all over x plus 3. Okay? So then we multiply across the top. Okay, this is my answer, but I got to do what with it? I got to simplify. Okay, so how do I simplify? All right, is it factored already? It's already factored. What are my excluded values? Okay. Yeah. So we got to exclude those, okay? And then now we got to cancel. That's the last step.
So everything on the domain is excluded.
That's one of those things that students say that, like, I think you have the right understanding, but like, yeah, I think the way you meant it, I think you have the right understanding. So that's it, guys. Good work today. Here, Izzy, let me answer your question real quick.